that record spin round.
So you had Adam picked out you wanted him to play the piano and Luke on the bass. Then you had these special guests that we can talk about. Benny Bannock III on the trumpet and Yotam
Yeah.
on the guitar. So tell us just a little bit briefly about how you picked all these guys.
Yeah, well, I usually I mean, I didn't really work a lot with any of them, and definitely not on my music. So it's not like I chose to make an album with some of my closest collaborators or the people that I'm most comfortable working with. That wasn't the idea. Actually, Jojo came to me, Jojo Records approached me and said they wanted me to make an album, and they wanted to be a jazz album, like, because I do a lot of fusion stuff, a lot of like mixing Middle Eastern music and Latin music and a bunch of stuff. And they said, no, we really want you to show your jazz side, because I really do come from jazz tradition. I studied it a lot and played. And so I thought, okay, this is an opportunity for me to do something different, to first of all, to present music that's different from what I usually present. And also, it's an opportunity for me to work with different cats, like musicians that I don't normally share the stage with or play with. So then I thought, okay, who are some of my favorite musicians that I know but don't really get to play with? And so that's how that came about. So Adam Birnbaum, I've seen him. We played a couple gigs here and there, but I've always seen him and admired his playing. He plays with a bunch of people. Very popular pianist here in New York. And then Luke Selleck, amazing bass player, has a beautiful sound and great swing. Pinciotti, of course, Anthony. I told you, every time I heard him, I was, so blown away. So I thought, oh, this is a great opportunity. I can call him. And the only person that I really had played a lot with, more with, was Yotam Silverstein. And so, but I actually chose Yotam to come in and play, especially for the Brazilian tunes, because I wrote a few Brazilian-inspired tunes for this album. I know they asked me for it to be jazz, but this is kind of like Brazilian jazz. So, I guess I couldn't help it. I wanted to put some global flavors in there. And Yotam has traveled to Brazil a bunch of times, and he got way into Brazilian music years before I did, actually. And so I knew that for my Brazilian tunes, if I get a guitarist, Yotam can do an excellent job playing the nylon string guitar specifically, because that's more of the classic kind of Brazilian sound, bossa nova sound. And then Benny Bannock, he's just a phenomenal musician to me. He's the youngest in this group, and he's just so good. Like, he's a natural. He's very knowledgeable, even though he's young, but he's checked out a lot of music, and he's also a great singer. So that's something that I didn't take advantage of for this record. But he's just an all-around musician and entertainer. So if you get a chance to check out his music or go see him live, I really do recommend it. But I just wanted him to play the trumpet because I always like playing with trumpet players. Tel Havana, also, the front line is flute and trumpet. Somehow it kind of, it's a combination that works for me. So I wanted to share the front line with another horn player, and for this one I thought trumpet would be great.
Yeah.
Benny Bannock swings so hard, so it's kind of like a natural choice.